Alyssa, from the moment we've met, you've been awesome.
You can say that again.
I mean, everything that you've done so far, every time I've seen you, has been love. It's been respect. It's been good energy. And I love that shit. Because it's all about the vibe, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, very quickly I saw how much work you were putting in. Like I could see that. You
Thank
know
you.
what I mean? Because I don't just look at a
Still
video
do.
and think like, oh, that's a cool video that he made. It's like I think about what went into the behind the scenes, and you were putting in so much work, so much time, showing up everywhere. Even now to this day, you still do it.
Damn.
And it was just very quickly I saw how hard of a worker you are, and it really does inspire me. Like you definitely inspire me.
That's so dope, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think people who haven't experienced this awakening, is what I like to call it, would hear this conversation that we're having right now, like this exact topic, and think we're absolutely crazy.
Oh,
Like,
there's always
what
going to
are
be someone.
they even
There's
talking
always going to be
about?
someone. We come on, we deal with
It's
that with the outreach.
majority of our population. They don't see how sleeping they really are.
Yeah.
It's so heartbreaking, especially seeing the people we love
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
And as activists, we're like, what it feels like is like we're trying to shake people awake. Like, look at this. We're putting things in their faces. And unfortunately, we can't cause them to have an awakening. They have to go on their own journey.
I like that. Shake them up. Shake them up. We really want to put our hands on them and say, listen, we care about you.
Yeah.
We're not your enemy. Like, stop fucking being so angry. But this is unfortunate that we have to deal. In America, you have the right to have attitude. You have the right to be ignorant. You have the right to say stupid shit.
When I was in college, I told you earlier, I took some human science classes. I was actually going to be a nurse. I was going to be a dental hygienist. You know, I changed my mind a couple times. And I had to take prereqs for, all the science prereqs. And I took very extensive anatomy and physiology courses. Physiology is the way, it teaches you the way the body functions, and this is very controversial. Of course, as a vegan animal rights activist, I would never do this, but this was before I went vegan. In my science class, we had to dissect animals. Many different types. I was doing this at a university. I was, again, in extensive courses for a long time, dissecting different parts of different animals. I dissected a fetal pig. So a pig that was still a fetus. It wasn't even born yet. So there's a lot that goes behind that. I dissected a cow's eyeball, a sheep's brain, an entire cat, like so many different body parts of different animals. And I learned through that process. Well, ask yourself, like, why do we study those body parts in the first place of other species? Not because we're all going to go be veterinarians, but because we're like, our parts as human beings are almost identical.
Whoa. Truth bomb.
That's why we study those animals. Why do we to test on animals? That's a whole nother subject. It's horrifying, animal tests. But why do we test?
We're all fucking animals.
Yes. So when I dissected a cat, oh my God. First of all, it broke my heart. I cried. I had to step out of the room multiple times, but I'm able to see somehow, and I don't know how other people don't see it, but I'm able to look at this cat and dissect all of its layers and say, wow, they have veins and arteries and skin and muscles and bones and a reproductive system and a digestive system and a brain.
And hearts.
And a heart. They have all of the same things we do. And I'm able to peel back those layers and learn, like literally peel back the layers of the animal and learn about this animal because we have the same thing.
Damn.
That's why we're studying those animals.
Wow.
I'm studying their muscles to learn about my muscles. I'm studying their brain to learn about my brain. If I were to be in the medical, like in a medical profession, I would have to know those things. And so that was another seed planted for me. And that was a huge thing. So That's why I care, because I know that animals aren't so different. I know that you can and you should compare humans to other species because
Wow.
science does it.
Hey, what type of activist are you, Alyssa? Are you a divider or are you a unifier? Do you want to create more or do you want to just go and do your own shit because you don't get along with people?
I want them all to be connected.
Yes.
And I think there's too much division. There's way too many things going on.
We're humans. We're going to fight. We're going to argue. But what about the fucking animals that we're fighting for? Do we consider what's going to happen to them if we fight and we're useless when we don't work together?
If we fail at what we're doing,
yeah,
who's suffering?
Yeah, we all are.
The animals are suffering the worst.
Yeah, they're always going to suffer the worst because they're the most oppressed living things.
They're stuck in that. And if we don't do our jobs right and we continue this division, we're never going to get anywhere. And it's very sad.
How do you think black people, when they were slaves, all odds were against them? They were small. They didn't have books, knowledge. They had to like sneak books to learn information, learn how to read. Insanity. I'm sure there was some good white people teaching them how to read. That's how they got so damn strong and utilized unity, and they came together. And that's why you always hear me say words like brother, like when I talk to people, because I'm opening the door right away. I say dude all the time. Bro, like why? Because you're my brother. Like when I talk to activists, you're my sister, Alyssa. Like we're family in a sense where we care enough to recognize what family's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Together.
That's how
loving.
I really feel. Like vegan activists are my family, they're my family, whether we're close or not.
Sure.
Even just like there's a certain energy between all of us. It's like, oh, you're my person. Because even with our own family members now and our friends, our childhood friends, there's this wedge between our relationships. And like 4th of July, for example, my mom asked me, what are you doing for the 4th of July? And I was like, I thought about what I was going to do. I could go with her and go do family stuff, or there's so many things I could do with family. But
what does that include?
Exactly. And I'm like, what do I want to be surrounded with that day? And my answer was the people that make me feel good, and not the people that make me feel, the way I do when I'm around.
Not this.
Yeah, not that.
You saw I hosed my fireworks.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I totally didn't want to for years, but I came to this realization as I was cleaning out my garage. I'm like, why the fuck are these in here? All these do is scare things, cause destruction and pollution. They're not good.
Like, how was that transition for you going from, like, in a social aspect? Like, how was the transition going from non-vegan to an animal rights activist, and detaching from family members and friends? Because it's a transition, and it's like it's a big life-changing experience when you have to go through that. So I'm curious about your journey.
Did you just call me a transgender?
No.
Transgenders rule. Do you think transgenders have mental disorder? Because that's what they used to say that about gays, that they had.
Absolutely not.
This is what I'm getting at. Like, we've been taught information. I used to hate gay people. I used to call people faggots and shit. I used to never like attack gay people, but just in my neighborhood, to be gay was a weak thing. It was a weakness. So I grew up thinking that way. And then I went to work where there's gay people. I didn't even know they were gay. They're super nice to me. I found out they were gay. I'm like, oh wow, it changed my perspective.
Wow.
So going back to your question, yeah, I mean, I had to transform into a vegan, and I knew people were holding me back like weights. I've been carrying heavy weight on my back, taking care of my siblings for probably over a decade.
Wow.
And I had to do what I had to do to save my life, and that was to live a vegan lifestyle. If you're not for veganism, if you're not on the same boat as me, I got to keep going. I'm so sorry that you don't get it, but I have to keep moving forward. And if that means cutting everybody out of my life who's not going to help me,
you can't have weights pulling you down.
Exactly. I have a long life to live, and I know what it's like to suffer. I know what it's like to be overweight, and I don't ever want to go through that again. I want to be a soldier till the day that I'm gone. I want to be tough so that I can survive this cold, cruel world at times. and it can be a very lovely world at times, but I'm not going to just count on the lovely times. I know war is coming. I know battles are going to be fought. It doesn't have to be physical. There's going to be mental battles as well, because it's both connected, mental and physical.
5 hours later.
Can't believe we're looking down right now. I'm sorry. I just looked over at you and started
We
laughing.
do it all for these little friends.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna push a button and you have to guess what it is. Alyssa, what is the name of this animal?
A seal. A sea lion.
Correct. What is this sound?
That's a lion. Or a tiger.
Lion or tiger? Pick one.
Tiger.
Correct.
2 for 2.
Yes.
World peace.
All right. That's from a girl on a previous podcast I did. I just sampled her voice. Oh, shit. What is that?
One more time.
Yeah. This is a tough one because it sounds like something that you just said it was, but it's not. Not even close.
Ugh.
It's a wild guess. It's all good.
Oh, that's hard. It sounds like a pig, but I know it's not.
Incorrect.
I said I know. It's not. I'm just kidding. What is it?
It's a walrus roar.
Oh, wow.
World peace. World peace.
All right, what's the sound of this? This is fun. I like this. That's a hard one. Oh, that kind of helps.
I have no clue.
You want to take a guess?
No. That's an elephant?
Incorrect.
You can say that again.
It's a whale sound. Now, what is this? Want to take a guess?
Those also sound like pigs. But...
Correct.
Woo.
World peace. World peace.
What is this?
That's a sheep.
Goat. What is this?
Horse.
Incorrect.
I was like, what?
Correct. Hello, Alyssa. What?
Oh.
This sounds like someone who has like no vocal cords, so they have to use that machine because they smoke too many cigarettes. Hello, spare some change. No, my voice box does not work.
Isn't that crazy if you think about that? Those people who have actually like have that hole and use that device, like think about like how real that is for the people that have gone through that. Like,
Yeah.
what?
How did you not recognize you were destroying your lungs? Like, that's how much of laboratory rats we are looked at by scientists who are in it for the profit and not for the better of humanity.
It's a scary thing. You know what's crazy is like that after people have gone through that and it's directly related to cigarettes,
Yeah.
how are they still on the market?
Are you saying
Why are they still selling cigarettes? Like, look at what they're doing to people.
right? It goes to show you that there's really no care for humanity as a whole. Like, if some of this population dies, so be it.
It makes you wonder, like, my mind goes back to COVID and they're all like so concerned about our health supposedly, but it's like we literally still have cigarettes on the market that give people lung cancer and cause them to die, but you all of a sudden care about our well-being. Like, why are cigarettes still on the shelves then, you know?
Why is meat still on the shelves?
Yeah.
If it came from an animal, why the fuck are we still eating them?
There's so many things out there that are so horrible for us that are still out there.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear this.